Afternoon, everybody. My name is Nyoko Riam, and I'm also from the diaspora of South Sudan in the UK. I'm just going to quickly explain why London became my home. So I'm going to start from the beginning. On the 20th of the 10th, 1984, I was born at 1:30 a.m. in South Sudan in a town called Wau in Jonglei State. At 5 a.m., my village was raided by rebels. So my grandma picked me up and she ran one direction and my mother ran another direction. So my grandma had thought that her daughter had died, and then my mother had thought that her daughter had died. But later that day, around 12 noon, we met outside the pyramid with other members of the community. And I was only 3.5 hours old at this point. So I wasn't even named yet. A relative of mine named me Nyokor, which means child of war, or child, of a wartime. We then moved to Malakal, and unfortunately in Malakal, we were then attacked again. So then my family and community members had to walk about 350 miles, which is the distance from, say, about London to Leeds, to Akobo district, and then we settled there again for another couple of months. So then we finally settled in Khartoum at the internally displaced unit until about 1985, and then we came to the UK in 1985, and we've been there ever since. We stayed in Birmingham, and that's where my dad studied at Birmingham University, and he studied accountancy there. And then we then traveled to London in 1999, where he studied at Edinburgh University, and he studied psychology. My dad was very, how would I put it, keen on me knowing the importance of education. I think from a young age, he told me how important education is for me to make choices in life. And to be honest, I used to think, it used to go in one ear and out the other. And he always used to tell me, education's important, education's going to be the tool that you're going to need to succeed in life, and when you go back to South Sudan, you're going to make a difference. And again, I used to be like, okay, Baba, it's fine, So when we got our independence in 2011, I actually went back to go visit my dad. He was working in Bor in Jonglei State. And it's beautiful there. But unfortunately, the healthcare system and the education system is just so poor and non-existent. And I think that's when I knew all those things that my dad used to say just became a reality. I knew my education was there for a reason. I knew I needed to go back home and try and make a change. So I studied nursing at university, and I also co-founded a company called Tamam Global, which helps the diaspora become entrepreneurs and help rehabilitate services back in South Sudan. So I then got the opportunity to work alongside Iba Girls School, which I just fell in love with, educating girls. And I just feel so lucky because I think if my grandma didn't pick me up and ran, I probably might have been one of those girls still in South Sudan who didn't get to have an education or even have the choice to even go to school. So I just feel so blessed, and I feel like I have to give back because it could have easily been me. So I'm hoping that even though I was named Child of War, I'm hoping that I will be remembered that I'm helping bring in peace back to South Sudan. And not only peace, I hope to contribute to a sustainable healthcare system, and especially a sustainable education system, and especially for girls. So that's my story, and I hope you guys do look into Iba Girls, because they're just doing some amazing work right now.